We're always in a rush, always in a hurry. We needed to be there 10 minutes ago, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes we go too fast in a million different directions that we neglect our own self care and mental health.
Wolftelligence!
Welcome back to the podcast. In this episode, I'm going to share 3 quick self care tips if you're in a rush. The first one, the 1-minute meditation. Everybody has a minute to spare. No matter how much of a rush you're in, you can spend a minute of meditation just breathing. There's no right or wrong way to meditate. Just breathe, release, relax, focus on something, a word, a number, a letter, something around you. Your eyes don't even have to be closed, but there are so many misconceptions about meditation, and one of them is just that you can't just meditate for a minute. 30 seconds. That's still meditation. That's practicing mindfulness. And people find it daunting or scary to go for 20 or 30 minutes. Start small. You're in a rush. You're on a train. You're on a bus. You're on a plane. Sit there and meditate for a minute. That. Number 2, singing magical melodies or saying affirmations. That can change your mood almost instantly. For me, I prefer magical melodies. I'm not as huge of an affirmations fan, but they can be either one. They can be said out aloud or just in your mind. And repetition, repetition, repetition. This always works by repetition. The more you do it, the more you sing these magical melodies, say affirmations, the more you're truly going to believe it, the more it's going to reprogram your subconscious mind. And let me ask you this. Would you rather have loving and positive thoughts on loop in your mind, or fearful and negative thoughts on loop in your mind? And if you say, well, I'd rather loving and positive, but it's really not in my control, it's a limiting belief. It is 100% in your control. I used to think the same way. All my thoughts were negative. I had this really fear-based loop going on in my mind, and I didn't think I could make my thoughts loving and positive. But no, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of repetition to reprogram your mind to become more loving and positive, but it's 100% possible. Take it from me. Take it for what it's worth. And number 3, I really enjoy this, is doodling or drawing. Always having kind of a small notebook, even just like a sticky note near you, and just doodling, drawing, go stream of consciousness. And I really enjoy this because it really gets the mess in your mind out on paper. What you draw is literally a reflection of what you're feeling, thinking in your mind right now, and how you translate that onto paper. It's not always going to translate exactly, but I noticed that when I started doodling, drawing, I was just doing scribbles. Scribble. Why was I feeling like that? Because that was how I felt in my mind. And it was kind of like unscribbling, unscrambling my mind. That's a great term. I'm going to use that. And drawing, doodling is very calming. It's very relaxing. If you're not a good artist like me, you don't need to show it to anybody, but you never know where it might lead. And always just doing something creative, artistic is very helpful for your mental health. Having this creative outlet to let this excess energy go and just show yourself some love through art. So those are 3 quick self-care tips if you're in a rush. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any other quick self-care tips that you'd like to share with me, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your ideas.